morning, guys. My name is Luke. Welcome to Ruth Farms. Today is Tuesday, April 16th. Today we're going to get started planting some corn. Got about 8 acres or so done yesterday evening last night. We were planting a Pioneer Hybrid 1464, the ground that we're going to plant this morning. And then if we get to the other field today, it'll be a Pioneer 1289 Hybrid. We have our John Deere 4250 here. This is my grandpa's tractor. He purchased it 15-20 years ago now. Since he retired from farming, he's let me use it until he decides he's ready to sell it. And then we've got my neighbor's John Deere 7200 corn planter. I didn't get a chance to buy a corn planter this year, so he's going to let me use his. And in return, he's going to use our tractor because he's down a tractor. So, but yeah, we got about 40 acres total of corn to get planted this year. Jack has somehow already managed to get up in the cab by himself. Jack is ready to ride. So, got just a few things. Got to throw a couple more bags of seed here in the planter, and we'll be ready to go. Check our oil here. Looks good. We're ready to fire up and go. Coleman filled it up for me with fuel yesterday before I got going, so we should be good on fuel. I got a couple extra bags. We had extra. I just threw here in the fertilized totes. He's got concrete down in here to get a little more weight, so I just threw a couple extra bags in there. That way, if we get over there and need it, we'll have it. So we're gonna hit the road. Hello, Jack. So last year, we ended up planting our corn, I think it was April 25th or 26th is when we finally got to planting. So we're, 9 to 10 days earlier this year, which is, I'm happy about. Hopefully that'll let us be able to harvest a little sooner. Hopefully. And then, hopefully give us a little more chance for some better weather events, earlier. Typically speaking, July, August, we get dry here in North Carolina. If I'm able to find some, I know, like last year, this time, I had not started YouTube yet. It was about the end of May before I put out my first video last year, I think. However, I did video a little bit of it with my phone, mostly loading the corn planter. But if I can find anything that was a little bit funny from that time, me loading the corn planter or anything, I'll throw that in here, because I've learned a lot about YouTube, videoing myself, how to get better shots, using a wireless microphone now so that y'all can actually hear me. A lot of stuff's changed, so needless to say, I feel like I've gotten better anyway. Y'all can let me know if y'all think I have or not. But if I can find some of those clips, I'll throw them in here. Maybe I'll get a little kick from it. Prior to starting my actual YouTube, I had been thinking about it for several years, that I ought to make a couple videos of nothing else of harvesting, planting and stuff, just so I can look back. And I've actually got videos from harvest from like 2, 3, 4 years ago, where I would make a couple video clips on my phone, and then would completely forget about it until harvest is over. So, Nelson IP Farms, he really, helped give me the kick, give me that push to start my YouTube channel. I'd been wanting to do it, but he kind of, showed me that it's possible. So, here we are. Almost a year later, getting ready to plant our corn. And y'all have seen probably well over 100 videos of me now. So, I feel like we have progressed a lot since the first few videos. So, let's get to the field, get started here, and we'll see y'all in a few minutes. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Ruth Farms. Today, we start corn planting 2023, and probably in corn plant 2023. We're only planting about 25-ish acres. We got some spraying to do, but just got the drill loaded up. Excuse me, the planter loaded up. Hopefully we're ready to go. Got some Pioneer corn. It's 1464. It's Roundup ready, Liberty ready. Look at that liquid. Pretty corn. If there ever was a gold, corn is it. 'Cause that's a lot of money looking at them 6 hoppers. So we got 6 hoppers. It's a John Deere 7200 planter. It's a vacuum planter, so it pulls a vacuum, which sucks the seed against a metering plate, which then lowers it and drops it to get each individual seed spaced hopefully as equally as possible. We got the Pioneer ready. The planter's about ready. We got the big girl's about ready. Just got to get a GPS mounted on her. We'll be ready to go. This just helps the seed flow through the meters and kind of, I guess, helps you from sticking together. Alright, so we made it to the Smith farm. Jack and I have been here for probably an hour or so. I got one little field knocked out and getting started on this big one of the bigger ones now. It ain't a big one. But I got my inroads done. Now we're going straight back and forth. So I got a little more time to talk. Show you guys. If it shows up on camera, right up through there's a straight line, a little bitty, can't even hardly see it, but that's our road marker where it went through the grass. So we're right on target. I hope, you know, we're getting a good enough, we'll get a good enough stand. This is some thick grass. I didn't come over here any this winter, and it just got thick and tall on me. So this year, we're going to have somewhere around 40 acres of field corn, about 25 acres of double crop soybeans and wheat, and then we're going to have about 8 acres of full season beans. Puts us around that 75 acre mark, give or take. We're steadily growing. You know, I took over the farm from my grandpa. It's 2019, I believe, so about 4 years ago. I guess it'll be my fourth soybean crop. I think that's right. Anyway, he decided to go ahead and fully retire and get out of it. So I was able to, thankfully, financially was able to kind of take over and start farming. He hadn't planted anything but soybeans in probably 20 years. So last year was my first corn crop. Didn't have yield monitor on the combine or anything, but the yields that we got, I was tickled with. I'm gonna say probably 160, 75 bushel. And there's places that's probably a lot more than that. For our ground here in North Carolina, and no more than I did, you know, all that was with chicken litter. I put 20 gallons of nitrogen over the top right after, like when I done my burn down. So I put 20 gallons in, and then I also had a nutrient come in, and they put 200 pounds of pelletized nitrogen. They actually put it right at tassel because it got so wet. We had like 6 inches of rain there at the end of end of June, 1st of July. So they didn't get it on until 1st of tasseling, which I was kind of worried about and didn't know if it would even help. But I could tell down to a T. I could tell down to a T where they ran out of fertilizer, because they ran out of fertilizer on one farm and didn't come back. And I could tell down to a T exactly where they ran out of fertilizer. My cobs and stuff were way, way smaller. So that was enough to tell me that it's definitely worth it to top dress. So we will definitely be doing some sort of top dressing this year. I'm contemplating just running over it with a sprayer with my stream nozzles, streaming nitrogen on that way. Save the extra $12 or $15 an acre, whatever it is, for them to come spread it. But I don't know. If y'all have any thoughts on that, let me know. This grass and stuff we're planting into is a lot thicker than I had it last year. A couple of the farms, it was an actual cover crop of wheat, cereal rye that I grew. But on this farm, this is just some wild grass that come up. So I'm hoping this planter's going to get it deep enough, and hopefully it'll come up through it. If not, I guess we'll be replanting. But you got to have faith in the old deer. Needs a little more weight on the back there. Nope, there it is. Right there. Got my little measuring stick. Actually, right there, we're right at 2 inches, so I believe that'll be all right. I lost a lid for one of my planter boxes out here somewhere, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on it out and see if I can find it. I ain't planted that much, so it's got to be out here somewhere. Put a couple extra bags of seed in it, and I guess I didn't get it snapped on good. Oh well. Found it. On that last row we done. Well, welcome back. We're just about through with the two big fields over here at Smith's Farm. I got a little small, probably an acre patch or something to follow up with on this one. Was able to get y'all a little drone footage. Like I said, hopefully, I sure hope this stuff comes up good, because this is some thick grass here. But I guess if it doesn't, we'll live and learn, and we'll know next year what not to do. Got out and checked it a bunch of times, and kept checking on my seed. We're starting to get pretty low, which is about where we want to be. Because that next field we're going to, we're changing to a different hybrid. We're going to a Pioneer 1289 hybrid, where this is a 1464. We're also going to increase the rate on that other field to about 32,000 or so. This is better ground, and it stays more moist during the summer. So we got to do that. We're just about done with this field. I got probably 2 or 3 more little bitty short passes, and then we got little 2-acre field, acre and a half, 2-acre field, whatever it ends up being. Then we got that other about 20 acres, and that'll be it for corn planting 2024. This ground over here is pretty sandy looking, a lot of it. So I'm kind of curious how it'll do. We're planting about between 28 and 30,000 over here. His monitor's not exactly accurate. According to the book, we're about 28,000. See what happens. Hopefully, good Lord to send us some rain here in a couple days. Looks like Friday and maybe Sunday, there's a little bit of a chance. So I'm hoping that'll open on up and get us some more rain. The top of the ground is starting to get a little dry. Still good down in the ground. Should be enough moisture for this corn to sprout, but it'd be awesome to get a rain on top of it to really seal the deal and get some of the nutrients down into the ground. Got to get back on this ground here really quick. Spray my atrazine, and we're going to put about 20 gallons of nitrogen down. And I'm contemplating on my 7 or 8 acres of full season beans, I'm contemplating getting the bean meters for this planter from my neighbor and just planting them on 30-inch rows. I've never planted any beans on a 30-inch row, but I think it'd be neat to try it. I'm not sure how I feel about beans on, drilled on 7.5-inch spacing for a full season bean. I feel like it might get a little tall, and it might increase our probability for some, funguses and stuff like that. We'll see, though. We shall see. That's all just speculation at this point. Gotta get the corn done first, get everything sprayed. About time for some lunch. Well, coming by in my truck. First load. '97 F350 with a flatbed. First diesel. Got the 7.3 power stroke. We're ready to go. Hey guys, so it has been exactly 14 days. 2 weeks. Today is Monday, April something. Not even sure what the date is, but it's been 2 weeks since we planted this field. This field is right here across from my house. This was planted a day before what you just got done watching. So at the end of that last clip, my plans were to move to the Low Place farm and get started. But I just had kind of a gut feeling that I probably should wait. I just had a gut feeling that I should wait, that I didn't know, moisture-wise what we were going to get. We ended up that next Sunday, I think we got 0.3 of an inch. And it's been over a week now since we've had any, and it's getting very dry. Most of the planters, if not all of the planters here locally, have quit now. I haven't planted anything since then, so it's been 2 weeks since I planted, 13 days since I planted last. And I haven't planted anything. We don't really have any rain in sight. There's just a very, very slim chance tomorrow. Very, very little chance until next week sometime. So we're done planting until then. I'm not going to waste the money on the seed and everything if it's not going to do any good. So far, I don't think this has stressed the corn out much. Like I said, there is some moisture in the ground, not much. All of the corn, for the most part, looks like it has emerged pretty well. In fact, y'all can tell here. Y'all can row the rows here, and everything is about 3 inches tall now, probably. But I don't see it growing and doing much until we get some rain. I haven't planted any soybeans yet. I was hoping to go ahead and get some full season beans planted, but I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to wait. There's no sense in putting them in the ground. We still have plenty of planting time, but it's getting dry, y'all. So we've been praying for rain. If y'all believe in prayer, pray for some rain. It'd be very nice. But overall, it looks like we've got a pretty good stand. We have some places with this planter. I don't understand it, and maybe somebody here can tell me. So like right here, for example, we have two plants side by side. They're a little too close. Some of them we have are like literally side by side. Can't figure out on that planter. We dealt with it last year, and I done a little bit of adjustments on it. I'm not sure if it's just something with a vacuum system or what, but anyway, it is what it is. I'm hoping to buy a planter and you know, do some serious upgrades on that planter by next year. That's what I said this past year, but you know, financials just didn't line up. I haven't really found a planter I wanted, and we had other things here on the farm that we needed worse than a planter. So, but anyway, like I say, as y'all can tell up through here, y'all can see my rows, they're not straight. We don't have auto steer, but you know, for the most part, it looks like the corn has came up and is doing as well as it can for the lack of moisture we have at the moment. But I think for the most part, most of the kernels have came up. So we just need some moisture, and then this cover will help hold the moisture in. So this is going to be a wrap for this video, you guys. I appreciate y'all watching. The next video out will either be the shed build. We have finished it for the most part, or spraying fungicide on our wheat. I'm actually heading right now to go do a little tillage on what will be our other cornfield. We had some wet places, so I'll probably throw that in on the fungicide video. But for now, it's gonna call it. I appreciate y'all watching. We'll see y'all on the next one. Y'all have a good one, and God bless. If y'all don't mind, leave us a like, comment. Helps us out. You know, helps other people see us. This YouTube algorithm is a funny thing to figure out, but it only works if y'all help us. So appreciate y'all.